Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of Supernatural on the CW. This week we've seen Season 12, Episode 21, which was called There's Something About Mary. And technically we have 2 episodes left this season now, but they're actually airing it as a double episode finale back-to-back next week. So next week will be the final part of Season 12. Of course, we'll be reviewing that as soon as I can, depending on work and everything. And probably sometime after that, I will do a Supernatural video about my top 10 favorite characters, and then probably do like a reflection on Season 12 as a whole, maybe. We'll see. But this week's episode, There's Something About Mary, I thought was pretty good, I liked it. Was it better than last week's episode? I don't know, yes and no. Last week's episode was a pretty solid, case of the week, I guess. But this one, brought us back to our main story focus and everything like that. Crowley and Lucifer and everything like that. British Men and Letters. So it should be better, but as you guys know, I'm not entirely feeling like the main threat this season. Just some of the Kelly Klein, baby stuff and the British Men and Letters, I feel like it's just a little kind of flat. But it's picking up a little bit, at least with the British Men and Letters end of things. And this we find out that they're basically brainwashing Mary into going after the American hunters and killing them. We see her kill, one unnamed guy that we never met. Apparently he was a friend to her. And we hear from Elizabeth Blackmore's character later. Suddenly I forget her name. Hold on a second. I know this is a little embarrassing. Alright, load. Alright, yeah, Lady Bevel, that's right. We find out from her, supposedly she says they've already, killed, Claire and, Jodie and stuff. I don't know about that. I feel like they'd actually show that on screen. So I don't think they're actually dead yet. I'm not sure about Garth either, because Garth is shown on the screen too, so I hope they actually bring him into the season or something. But we do see the death of Eileen in this episode, which is, sad, because Sam did have a pretty good connection with her, and, she's a little bit different kind of a hunter just because of her, her being deaf and everything like that. It definitely took a lot for her to be where she was. But, I can't say I cared overly much about her. I think she is kind of underdeveloped a little bit. I think characters like Jodie and Claire are much more, relevant to what they've written into the story and everything. But still, it was upsetting to see and kind of surprising to see, her just being, slaughtered by a hellhound like that. Being controlled by Ketch. I know the British Men and Letters have a lot of, gadgets like that, and they've gone deeper into things than we realize, but I don't know, just, I feel like some of this, some things they're able to do, it feels a little bit over the top, even for Supernatural. I don't know. But that part was alright. Best part of that, though, is looking at, Sam's reaction, Jared Padalecki's, acting when he was looking at Eileen's body. That was pretty good. You felt it for him, anyway. And, you get a pretty emotional scene between Mary and Ketch in this episode. She's, supposedly begging him to either help her, or just kill her now. Pretty solid acting from Samantha Smith. But I feel like it's not really helping her case. I feel like some people are still going to be, a lot of people don't really like Mary right now. A lot of fans, they complain about her quite a bit. And honestly, with this season, I can't really blame them. But it's alright, she's trying to set him up there, but she continues to be brainwashed, and you can tell Ketch is still feeling a little bit conflicted by, I think he's just going to end up dead at some point. I don't think there's much going back for him. And it was good to see, Dean, they ended up finding, the mic, in their bunker, after getting that letter from Eileen, where she was telling them about her paranoia of everything in London, or What am I thinking right now? Something with an I. Ireland. It's almost 1 a.m. here, so. And I thought that final shootout, little shootout sequence at the end of the episode is pretty cool. Decently choreographed, for this kind of show. I think. It's cool to see Dean land so many headshots and things like that. So that was good. He's able to disarm Catch and everything like that before Mary shows up, and they're all shocked, and then they get out. They also leave. Again, I'm forgetting her name. Oh, I'm a winner tonight. Yeah, Bevel. Okay, I was thinking Keble for some reason. They leave her in there too. They're basically cutting off the oxygen. They're supposed to get completely out of oxygen within the next 2 or 3 days. So are they going to be forced to work with Bevel? I don't know. I don't think they're going to be that close, but they may be forced to kind of survive or interact with each other a little bit. I don't know. I don't think we can sympathize with her at this point, but we'll see what they do. The best part of the episode, though, is definitely the Crowley and Lucifer stuff. I just like their back and forth with each other, their banter. Mark Sheppard and Mark Pellegrino, they go really well together. Play off their characters' personalities and everything. We find out that the collar somehow is transferring power to Lucifer, so he actually ends up being able to control Crowley and make him do all these weird things to finally get him to catch on to the power shift. That was pretty funny, and Crowley's dash for the door was also pretty hilarious. I laughed out loud to that. Still a little bit frustrating that Crowley and Castiel, they're so unevenly powered sometimes. They're so, I don't know, because if you remember in season 10 we see how much power Crowley actually has. He goes all red eyes with Sam and everything. Yeah, okay, maybe he still shouldn't be as powerful as Lucifer, maybe, but I don't know, why did they never show him try to use whatever power he has again? Why hasn't that come up again except that one time? I don't know. And then it's so back and forth with how much power Castiel has too, so I don't know. A lot of times they just feel like human, so it's kind of weird. But Crowley ends up being a stab, but not before he transfers himself into a rat, I think. So of course Crowley's still kicking in some way, so he'll be back. I'm sure he'll do something. Yeah, so overall it was it was an alright episode, I guess. The more I think about it, the more I'm not really feeling it that much for some reason. But it's still okay. I'd probably rate it an 8.3, 8.4 out of 10. But it had some decent acting in it, and I really liked the Crowley and Lucifer stuff. Despite my frustrations with the power and everything like that. How's the season gonna end? I'm not sure. I'd rather not have this British Minor Loader stuff continue into season 13. There's one article I read, I think from Den of Geek or something, saying how they could have this brainwashed Mary be the main villain of season 13 or something. I don't know. I'd rather have it wrapped up next week, honestly. I don't know if they're going to be able to wrap up the baby thing in time either. I'd rather not have the story leak into season 13, but I'm kind of worried it will. But hopefully season 13 is a little bit better. This season's had some really good episodes, but I just think the main story as a whole has been kind of flat. But yeah, we'll see what they do. It should still be pretty good for what it is next week. I am looking forward to it. But yeah, let me know, guys, thought about this week's episode. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.